I debated whether or not to do today's video because what I'm about to show you can be a little bit tricky to wrap your head around. Part of the reason it's tricky is because I'm going to ask you to engage in childlike imagination, to just tap into that part of you that knows how to be silly and play pretend. I really believe that when we do that, we are actually tapping into our subconscious resources in a way that allows profound changes to happen. Has this ever happened to you? You've been doing really well on your new eating plan. You've been staying on track. You've been prepping your meals, and then life throws you a curveball. Something happens at work or at home, and you're feeling stressed out, or maybe lonely or bored, or you're trying to procrastinate on something and you decide to reach for some comfort food. And then there's this internal battle where you're thinking, I shouldn't do this. Well, just this once. I'll get back on track tomorrow. If that sounds familiar, you're watching this video for a reason. I know how you feel. So often when we're stuck in a craving, whether it's a craving for food or alcohol or any other substance that isn't really serving you and making you healthy, it happens because you are trying to change an emotion in some way. Not only that, but you are experiencing an emotion based on something in your imagination. So maybe you're replaying that thing that happened at work, or you're replaying that thing that happened at home and it's making you feel kind of yucky. And so you're wanting to reach for food or alcohol or a cigarette to make yourself feel better, to soothe yourself. And that's understandable that you would want to soothe yourself. And if I could show you a way to soothe yourself that actually works and that lets you step out of that craving without having to white knuckle your way through with willpower, would you be interested? Okay, what I want you to do the next time you notice yourself stuck in a craving is imagine that you could take a step back or even float way up to the ceiling and look down at yourself. I told you this is going to be a little silly, but it works so well. And if you're not a visualizer, like me, I'm not a visualizer, you can just imagine this in some other way that's right for you. Perhaps imagine feeling it or hearing what it's like to whoosh up and be high up above yourself. And look down at yourself and notice what it is that you're really needing right then. Perhaps you're needing to feel love or connection. Perhaps you're needing to feel comfort or peace. And then just imagine from way up here that you could send that emotion or thing down to that you below. Doing this works so well because it actually pulls you out of the craving. It pulls you out of that movie you're making about eating something that you're really not wanting to eat in the long run, and helps you get perspective. And perspective changes everything. And from way up high looking down, and if you're afraid of heights and you don't like that, you can go way across the room and look over at yourself. Just get some perspective and see yourself instead of be yourself just for a moment, so that you can imagine sending yourself whatever it is that you need. The next time you notice yourself craving something, instead of going and reaching for that thing, get some perspective. Back up and look at yourself and say, what does she really need? What does he really need? Perhaps it's just to remind yourself that you are loved, even if you're not feeling it right now. Just to let yourself send yourself love and then receive that love and accept it. Accept your worthiness to receive and your worthiness to feel good. I'm Lori Hammond, and if you've enjoyed this video, please share it and follow me wherever you're watching it. Get in touch with me anytime, wherever you're watching this video. I am here for you, and I am dedicated to your success. Have an amazing day.